Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a replay against Lightwing from InTheLight, and it was actually a replay between the top two players in the entire world. I was ranked number 2, he was ranked number 1, and it's sort of rare to have these replays because normally the people in the top couple of spots only win trades, so unfortunately they almost never show up on Royale TV, but this one was extra special, so let's go ahead and check it out and see what happens. So first of all, you can see we both play P.E.K.K.A.s down the lane. I actually started with that elixir pump initially, which worked out really well for me. And you're going to see the only difference in our entire deck is actually him having the Ice Wizard and me having the Musketeer. Those are the only two differences between our cards. I know I played him a couple of times previously, not sure if he was trying my deck out and trying to move things around, but I think his deck is actually pretty strong. The Ice Wizard might be a little bit better depending on the situation, but personally I use the Musketeer because the balloon is shown so much up here. So anyways, gonna go ahead and freeze as our Hog reached 1 HP, and as my troops make their way to that elixir pump, they're gonna be able to take it out, negating the value he would have gotten out of that. And overall, we have a massive lead going into the rest of the battle. What happened from the very beginning, I don't think he had the best opening hand as far as his cards went, and me getting that Elixir Collector off in the very beginning, followed by him playing a P.E.K.K.A. that would eventually end up on my side of the map, meant big trouble for him. And it really contributed a lot to the result of the battle. So let's go ahead and keep going. Again, we're both playing our P.E.K.K.A.s, followed up by his Ice Wizard. I do drop my Valkyrie just barely outside of that free spell radius. I'm also going to drop some Goblins to take care of that Ice Wizard. He actually had a pretty good play right there with that free spell, but still, the Valkyrie is going to be tanky enough to help take care of that P.E.K.K.A. And so far so good heading into the final 70 seconds of the battle. I'll play another Elixir Pump because that's what he did. And my Musketeer will start shooting at that Elixir Pump as well. And it turns out it's going to get a decent amount of damage, and that's going to work pretty well. Okay, so Valkyrie's making her way down the lane. I'll drop a P.E.K.K.A. in front of it to make sure that she doesn't do any damage to that pump, just outside of the range of that AoE radius. And as he drops another P.E.K.K.A. down the left-hand side, he only has 45 seconds left to make that push. He drops his very first Hog Rider throughout the entire game, which I'll counter with my Valkyrie. Gonna be able to take him out. He does drop a free spell, probably not the best idea, seeing as I'll drop another Elixir Pump to counter that Hog Rider. And yeah, my P.E.K.K.A. is still causing havoc on the left-hand lane. Only has a couple of troops over there for him, so I can just drop my Musketeer to help out against this Hog Rider, and Valkyrie will be able to spin around and kill those Goblins, only getting about 700 damage to that tower as my Valkyrie runs down the right-hand lane. And this one is all but over in a matchup between the top two players in the world. So we really won it from the very beginning. There was almost nothing he could do after we got that first tower, unless I made some crazy mistake, because of course our decks were so similar, minus the Musketeer and the Ice Wizard. And yeah, that was it for the battle. And if you take a look at the results in just a second, again, it was a 1-0 victory, and we ended up stealing 30 trophies from that battle, which was a pretty hefty chunk of change, seeing as we were only 4 trophies apart, and that gave me the #1 spot in the world yet again at 3,920 trophies. So good stuff there. Let's check out one more replay we have against another InTheLight member, and this one is hilarious. The reason I wanted to show this is take a look at what happens in the very beginning. We both are saving up our cards. We reach 10 elixir, and taking a look at my deck, this is one of the worst decks I can have when I'm, or starting hands I can have while using this deck. So as I fast forward time, there's 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the battle. No one's played a card yet. No one wants to play a card. I didn't want to play because my cards that I had right here were not really good for a starting hand. And soon enough, it became a battle of will. And finally, as we get into double elixir, he drops 2 goblins in the very back, and he starts the battle. Now, normally, I try to go the entire battle without playing anything. If someone plays it like we played it right there, but he sort of wimped out and went for the Goblins down the left-hand lane. I've gotten it down to 13 seconds left in overtime before someone played something. That's my record. I don't know about you guys. If you've ever played a match without ever dropping anything, let me know in the comment section below. He's going to play Hog Rider down the right-hand lane, but take a look at the damage I did with my Hog Rider on his right-hand side. I was able to obliterate the right-hand side of the map. Of course, he did end up taking out my P.E.K.K.A. right there on the left-hand side, but still another Hog Rider going down the lane. And since we waited so long to play, the first tower goes down, and there's only 15 seconds left in the battle. I was cracking up. I dropped the laugh right there, and Goblins will be able to take care of that Hog Rider. He did drop a freeze, so I will drop my own freeze as well. That's going to do it for this battle, and pretty funny stuff against this guy. Again, 2 minutes into the battle, not a single card was played. I play the thumbs up because that was pretty funny. And yeah, another victory right there, 1 crown to 0, and that is going to do it for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed these replays, guys. Again, this deck is insanely strong. If you haven't tried it just yet, I've noticed a lot of top level players are starting to copy it, so make sure you try it out. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.